Thank you, Madam Speaker. Indeed, I'm excited to contribute to this motion that touches on the ratification and empowering our people in making sure that we prohibit and prevent the illicit import and export of and transfer of ownership of cultural property. Madam Speaker, you know, I'm so excited to hear that this kind of a debate can get room in this parliament, noting that there are so many people in this country who have worked so hard to create what we define as artifacts and fossils in this country. But they lose out on the revenues therein in terms of ownership, usage, and exploitation therein because of issues of who owns what and who copyrighted what. Madam Speaker, I was just trying to read around as I listened to my other members contribute to this motion, and I was just trying to get the clear definition of what an artifact is so that we can be able to limit ourselves into what we are debating with, but unfortunately my eyesight is failing me. With your permission, Madam Speaker, you allow me to quote a definition that a cultural artifacts are tangible objects, tools, or items that hold significance with a particular culture or society, representing its values, beliefs, and historical experiences. They range from ancient relics, artworks, manuscripts of modern day items such as photographs, clothing, technological devices, and others. Madam Speaker, allow me to concentrate myself to what I have read on photographs. You know, whenever we talk about artifacts, most of the time we think about those very traditional signs and symbols and items that depict certain imagery. For example, Madam Speaker, if you look at the walls of this parliament, including where you are seated, Madam Speaker, there are images that are engraved on the wall of where you are seated. If you look around even on the exit of this parliament chamber, you will see some image. According to the definition that I have read, all these images that we have here and many others that are within our backgrounds are part of what we are supposed to be debating. But unfortunately, if you go to a shop in London and you want to procure an image photo like what is depicting of a traditional house just across the wall there, you will not be allowed to buy that because of certain rights that people hold because the photo rests in their country. But the photo and the image is actually a definition of a certain community somewhere in Kenya or somewhere in Ethiopia. Madam Speaker, if only we could be able to concentrate on what we are debating today and make it a law or make it a policy. We are struggling right now with so many young people in this country who are super talented, who can be able to revive the spirit of artifacts and the spirit of culture and even earn a lot of revenue out of what our young people can do. Madam Speaker, every time I am in the village, I get young boys telling me I am an artist. I can draw this. I can craft this. The other day, a small boy presented to me an image of an elephant. I mean, he's made an image of an elephant that is talking, you know, that is animated to talk and talk like Wamushomba, the MP. How I wish that we can be able to, you know, empower ourselves using such opportunities like what we are debating today, so that we can be able to allow our young people to invest in what they have, preserve what we have, socialize them into what we have believed in socialization in our culture, so that we can create a lot of opportunities for them. So I rise to support this motion. This is the right time for us to start thinking of what is ours and what we should harvest as ours and exploit. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Member for Tigania West.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, for the opportunity to also contribute to the adoption of the report by the committee. Honourable Speaker, it has taken us more than 50 years to consider adopting this report and to consider adopting the United Nations Convention report on culture. Culture, Honorable Speaker, cuts across every community. In other words, every community has got its own culture. And culture used to communicate in a variety of ways. And through that communication, people grew, people were more nurtured than they are today, people were more organized.